All right, welcome once again to the Baby Steps channel. This happens to be our very first lesson, and we will be talking about algebraic expression. Talking about algebraic. But before we begin, as I said in the introductory video, I will give you about a little word from the Bible. So today, our word is from the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse number 14, 15 downwards, where it introduces us to who we are. So Jesus was telling us that we are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. So continuously from verse 15. Now the quick lesson from this is that each and every one of us, as children of God, we are the light within this world in which we live in. We have to make our light so shine. God is our source of light. We take our source of energy, our source of light from God. So in this world, we are the light to this world. Even though we take our source from God, when we come to this world, we are the light. So we have to make sure that we shine. Now, God has placed in us everything that we need to shine. He has placed in us everything that we need. And then we have to shine through that. Now, the thing is, you don't have to hide who you are because, as he said, a city that has been set on the hill can never be hidden. You don't have to hide who you are. You are the light and you must always shine. Now, there can be circumstances where you will say you are hiding because you are learning to build yourself to come out. It is very, very acceptable. It is good. The only time you can hide is when you are in the process, when you are hiding. So when the process is over, when you have gained the mastery, you need to come out into the light. When it is not because you are in the process, it is not because you are in the process stage, not because you are learning, but rather you are hiding out of fear. Then, my brother, my sister, you have to check it out. Because as the light as you are not supposed to be hidden. You can't put yourself or you can't hide the light under a bushel. You have to set it on the lampstand for the whole world to see. So if you know that you are hiding because of fear, anything that is within you, that you are hiding it because of fear, please and please bring it out to the world, because that is how the world will see Christ. All right, let's go into our lesson for today. So today we are talking about algebra, and today, which is our first day. Now, what will happen is that the videos will be very, very short. I don't want to bore you with long videos. So the videos will be very, very short. We are going to make at most 15 minutes of every video. Every lesson at most, the video will be 15 minutes. So when it is up to 15 minutes, we cut it and then we continue in a subsequent video. So, all right, now let's begin. So now in our algebraic expression or in our algebra, we are dividing our lesson into two. So we'll deal with the first aspect, the day one. The day one will talk about the linear equation and then the linear inequalities. And then the day two will talk about simultaneous equation. After that, then we move on to the next topic. So now, day one. So as I said, day one will be linear equation and then linear inequalities. Let's begin with our linear equation. Right. So before we begin, let me talk about some basics in algebra. So in algebra, we have um, coming. So in algebra, now in algebra basically means, or in algebraic expression, we basically talk about having um, variables and then numbers, alphabet and then numbers combined together. Alphabet and the numbers combined together. So that is what algebra is basically about. So now the numbers are usually called, now when they are combined like this, the number is called a coefficient and then the alphabet is called a variable. Now when the number is standing alone, it is called a constant. When the number is standing alone, it is called a constant. Now the second basic that we need to take care of is that in mathematics, we don't have anything like 1x. Now, when you write something like 1x, it tells the level of, or your level in mathematics. We don't have anything like 1x. So, oh, sorry, this is supposed to be x. 1x means x, not 1. It's supposed to be x. So 1x means x. So whenever you see a variable that has been written in mathematics, that means the variable is having a hidden coefficient. When I say coefficient, I've already explained that that is the number. The variable is having a hidden coefficient, that is 1. So any variable that stands alone has a coefficient of 1. Now 0x means 0. It's like you are multiplying 0 by any number. It is still 0. So let's take note of those basics. So as I said in our introductory video, basically this channel is going to be about questions. We are going to be solving questions. So the aim is to teach how to solve questions step by steps. Hence the name baby steps. So with our linear equation, which is our first thing we'll be talking about, we are going to talk about 3 questions. So take note of the questions. We are going to solve 3 questions so that we understand how questions come in or under linear equations, or how the questions under linear equations are handled. So basically, I'm hoping that this question will tackle every area within the linear equations. But then after this, we'll have an expanded session where after the whole topic, we'll have an expanded session where we'll solve a lot of questions on the topic, on the algebra topic. So no need to panic. If the questions that don't cover all the areas, no need to panic. So let's move into our very first topic. So our question, the first question is 5. We should solve for 5, open bracket, 13 minus y plus 9, open bracket, 11 minus y, which is equal to 0. So the first thing we have to do is to rewrite our question. So we have our question rewritten nicely. Now, afterwards, we have to open the bracket. Now in mathematics, whenever you have a fraction, you have an equation which contains a fraction and contains a bracket, you first have to do with the fractions. Make sure you clear the fractions, after which you clear the brackets before you group like terms and then you work them out. Now in this particular question, we don't have a fraction, so we go ahead and then clear our bracket. So the 5 will open the first bracket, after which the positive 9, the plus 9 will open the second bracket, then we equate it to 0. So 5 times 13 is going to give us 65. Now 5 times negative y is going to give us negative 5y. Now positive 9 times 11 is going to give us positive 99. Positive 9 times negative y is going to give us negative 9y equal to 0. Now after which we come and group like terms. So when we talk about grouping like terms, now as I explained earlier, in algebraic expression we have constants. That is where the number stands on its own. Then we have the situation where the variable and the coefficients are together. Sometimes you can have one variable with maybe like one coefficient and then one variable. Sometimes you can have a coefficient with multiple variables. So you group them together as they are, as similar or as the same as they are. So now in this particular question, we have 65 minus 5y plus 99 minus 9y equals 0. We are grouping it. We are grouping them into like terms. So we first take our 65. Now we have a like term, a constant, a different constant, which is the 99, positive 99. So we bring it together to the 65. Then we have our negative 5y, write it, and we look for any other term that has the same, or that is the same as the negative 5y. So we have negative 9y, we bring that one together. Now it is finished. We have the 0, so the 0 will go up to the other side. Now we've grouped like terms. This is what we talk about. We mean by grouping like terms. Now after grouping like terms, we have to add, or we have to work them. We have to use our basic operations to work on them. So we have 65 plus 99, which will give us 164. And we have negative 5y minus 9y. Negative 5y minus 9y. So that will give us a negative 14y. Then we equate it to 0. Now, we are looking for y. we have to find y. So what we'll do is we'll make y the subject. Now, in substitution and change of subject, you will learn that, or you've learned that in making a specific variable the subject, you have to make sure the variable is standing on its own. Now, in this situation, in this particular equation, we have 164 minus 14y, which is equal to 0. So the terms are 2 standing at one side. Now, to make sure y, or to make y the subject, make sure y's term stand on its own at the side of the equation. So we have the left hand side of the equation, then we have the right hand side of the equation. So at the one side of the equation, let the term with the variable you are making a subject stand on its own. So in this particular instance, we maintain the 164 at its position, and then we moved the y's term, which is the negative 14y, we move to cross the equation. Now, in crossing the equation, now whenever an operation crosses the equation, a positive or negative operation crosses the equation, the sign changes. So if it is positive and then it crosses, it becomes negative. It is negative and it crosses, it becomes positive. Now, in this particular instance, our negative 14y is crossing the equation, so it becomes a positive 14y. Now, after which we have to make y the subject. So any coefficient that y is standing with, we clear that coefficient by dividing through with that coefficient. So you divide um, the 14y by 14, then you divide the 164 by 14. And when you use your calculator to work it out, you realize y will be equal to 11.7143. 11.7143. And in maths, we don't say 11.77,143. No. Since it's after the decimal, you mention it one by one. So 11.7143. So therefore, our y is 11.7143. Let's move to our second question.